Morning. Good day for some corn harvest. This is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. First thing we're going to do, we're going to check some grain bins. Getting a little full. We're down to 300 acres of corn, and we can hold it all, but we just got to make sure we don't overflow a bin. Big bin over there is pretty full. This middle bin here is fairly empty, so I'm going to check it. Jeff and BJ are heading out. Oh man, we transferred this thing empty. That's good. Now we can switch our consignor to bin 2. And we'll have about 30 truckloads we can put in there. Probably more. That's a 42,000 bushel bin. 43,000. It's probably got 10 in it. So we push down this pedal by my foot here. Now we can, well, maybe not. That's fantastic. Great way to start the day. That thing, we got it in there. So that distributor, that's a manual system like the old grain bins. Has an automatic one. Thought that manual would be less problems. It's not. It's one of my regrets is not putting in an electronic consignor or distributor. Never can tell if you're in the right spot. I think right now that distributor head's probably full of corn, and that's why, because it hasn't been getting seeded properly and it's filling that thing up with corn. That's my guess. I'm not climbing up there right now to check. We got it moved, so we can head to the field now. So I will be your combine pilot today. Dad is going to work on his feeder house drum. I left him a camera. We'll see if he uses it. I'm sure at some point we'll go over and help him finish it up. He was basically disassembling. I don't know if he's going to get it all today or not. This is Friday, like I say, Veterans Day. Goal is to run beans over the weekend when we're a little short-handed. Maybe knock out a bunch of double crops. Maybe knock out a little bit of first crop we got left right around this area. We'll just have to see how it goes. Looks like we got about half of this field done, 15 acres left. It's 10 o'clock. Let's boogity. Morning.
Hi.
So this is a C Consultants hybrid 11HQ22. Running pretty good. Pretty good. The ground we were running, I think here 2 days ago, is basically the same soil type just across just on the other side of the neighbor's property here, and this corn's about 20 to 30 bushel better, so really liking it.
All right, good morning, Mason. What are we doing?
I got these beans out of my head.
Oh,
We saw a little bit of bunnies in the field. There were like 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 bunnies. Yeah,
But a bean looks like.
that's what a bean looks like. You know, Uncle Brian got a new office chair. Yeah, it's a lazy boy. Yep, it's got a plate on the back of it that says so, and Brian said it was personalized for him. What do you think about that?
See, we got the Mason cam going. Looks like Mason's over there filming for BJ. That ought to be some riveting footage.
A little personal camera crew.
Pretty nervous. That's the quote for that 8700. Do we open it? So right now, you know, we're just going back and forth in the gleaner, always peachy. It would be a whole lot funner to go faster, but you know, if we run this combine at 3,000 to 2,500 bushels an hour, it does a pretty decent job. But man, running 5 to 6,000 was fun. We'd be done with this field right now.
They're not scared of me. They're just kids.
Who's kids? There's kids in the camera? How do they fit?
Well, they're watching us.
Oh.
So this field, like I said in the last video, it's a field that we pushed yield on a few years ago, and it's still doing really well. One of the reasons I really do believe that is because we used fungicide. Now, I did a couple sponsored videos with Syngenta and Maris Neo. That was what was applied. I don't care what kind of fungicide you use, as long as, I mean, do whatever you want, but I think as long as you got those same kind of ingredients that had, I think it really, really helped in this droughty conditions. I mean, there's several good fungicides on the market now. We've been using Neo for a few years now. It has worked pretty well, but I've never seen it help as much as it did this year, and it just doesn't seem like it would because it was such a dry year. But that's one of the things I'm contributing this to, because like I said, just on the other side of that property there was no fungicide on that corn, and this is quite a bit better. So I'd be curious if you guys are seeing similar results. I don't have any check strips in this field, so I can't 100% verify. It's really hard to do check strips when you have planes and you're not in big fields, but that's what I'm contributing a lot of our success this year to, is seed genetics and fungicide. Because in years past, with this low a rainfall, we would not be seeing anything like that over here. That's pretty good for this dirt.
Yeah, I guess I just found the camera. I guess I'm supposed to talk about this and put it in there. So, them guys selling corn. While they're selling corn, I'm going to put this in. I got new bearings in here. This just slides in on that shaft, both sides. Put a new bearing over here. And the biggest thing is getting the drum high enough. Each kind of got to go underneath and down and around. That's going to be the hard thing. I'll probably have to wait till they come to lunch, help me. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That only thing broke the feeder house chain in 2 places. So I got some links to put in there, so I got to get that straightened up and get that in. That goes up in there. There's a link off of it. So see what I can do there.
Kids these days on their phone don't even realize we're not loading anymore. Oh, there he's seen it. Time to roll out. We're heading right over there. Now this is not the field that we're going to run the rest of the day. We're actually just going to shell off a place to load semis and park semis. We have 24 acres way up there by them pine trees, and it's kind of a pain to get to. It's going to take a while. It's 24 acres. It's going to take about like it's 50 acres. BJ's got to cart it a pretty long ways, and we don't take a full cartload down the hill because it's a steep hill. So we're going to do that, and we're going to stage a bunch of stuff in this field we're going to right now. So that's why I got to harvest the spot. This is where the folding corn head is just phenomenal. All right, we got about 5 acres here done. BJ's going to take that truck in. I'm going to ride in with him. Going to eat some lunch. We're going to have to get to Thunder Creek down here because I have enough fuel to keep running. I do not have enough fuel to run all day. I don't want to get moved up to this small field up on the mountain and then have to come back down because I'm out of fuel. After lunch, have Jeff go do that. All the trucks will be caught up. It's going to be slow going, opening up this field. So he can go get me fuel while we're opening this field, top this thing off, and then we'll go up there to the mountain. You'll see. It's one of my least favorite fields to combine, but bushels are bushels. And I like the bushels. Or the bushels. Bushels. Show me your bushels. That sounds like a shirt. I think it'd be a good shirt right across the front of your chest. Show me your bushels. Excuse me, need a ride? Uber. You gonna fall asleep? Jeff's gonna go after some fuel for me. BJ's taking the other truck back. Basically, me and BJ are gonna load, finish opening that field. That should load a couple trucks, and then we will move up the road to that field I keep talking about. And like I said, it's gonna be slow going there, but then that'll give Jeff time to catch up with the trucking, and all will be well. Dad said that he just about has feeder house put back together. Jeff's been helping him on that a little bit. So good. We might be back to 2 combines by the weekend, which would be fantastic.
All right, lunch has been had. Mason's clocked out. He elected to Spend Veterans Day afternoon at the house with his teenage brother, much to Landon's chagrin. Cab all to myself. Me and Brian are across the road from the home place, opening the field up, and here shortly we will be moving up on top of one of those hills over there somewhere. Know that he can make it through this field, so he's gonna need some diesel. It's deer season, and there's a deer hunter. Probably very confused as to why we're down here disrupting his deer hunting experience. Yeah. So we're gonna call that Beaver Creek from now on. That's where the beavers got everything dammed up, and that's actually a backwater. That ain't even the main channel anymore. Yep, beaver damage. Pretty good corn right here. Now this whole field ain't gonna do that. There's gonna be some 150, 130, and apparently some 280. A lot of variance in this field. Like right through there, you can see it. Gotta show you the bad with the good. So if you were wondering what would cause this part of the field to be so less productive, different soil types. That's really all there is to it right here. They're both fertilized, you know, and same field. I mean, we're not even that far away, just different soil types.
Well, we got sitting in there. We got some bolts go in the side here. Got to hook this cylinder up. That's the tightener. Got that bolt in. There's a stop bolt goes down there. Get them in. Then get the feeder house chain back together, and I think we'll have it.
Jeff, this might be the first time a Dodge has ever been on the channel.
Well, it made it all the way here with no breakdown, so that's a good thing.
See, Jeff doesn't just drive that little car. He has a truck. Ivers aren't the only ones with small bridges. Now the creek I'm going over is a little bit different than what they're going over. So this part isn't bad, but hang on, folks. Coming down the mountain is going to be the fun part. We're a little front end heavy. I don't know if you can tell how steep this is, but it's steep. We're in four-wheel drive, second gear. Hopefully we make it to the top. This ain't the greatest corn, but this is the best view of any of the farms we got. We are up. We're up there. Well, we got a couple minutes waiting on the grain cart still. There he is. Here you go. And watch your power lines. Jay's heading out. I want to show you on the map where he is heading. So we're in this field right here. It's a 24-acre field for a size reference. He's going down this driveway, right down this road, over to this road, and unloading into a truck right there. So he's got about a 1.5 mile commute with 38,000 pounds. Well, Bubby's about to the truck, and we are focused. About 100 bushel from being full. So we'll have to wait a little bit. This is one of them times where that bigger grain tank would be nicer on like that large cloth. Flip side of that, we'd be going faster, we'd be filled up faster. So probably be much quicker in this little field at the haul grain as far as we are. Might have corned my cab pretty good. Messing around with my onboard calculators and looking at the monitor. Next thing I know, I'm going down this hill and my full siren goes off. Once the avalanche started, it didn't stop. We lost maybe a bushel. So I know someone's going to say, I don't know why you just don't stop sooner. We lost $5. Get over it. It happens. If that's the most we lose this year, or if that's the most we lost, it'd be an act of God. It happens. Anyone says they don't corn their cab ain't pushing their combine hard enough. But that time I just flat out wasn't paying attention. Yep.
Easterly station until the sun started to go down.
Hey, at least they can see your bright lights.
Okay, we got done here. I got done a while ago. Got the shields on it, run it, backed out, run it. Everything run good. Seemed okay. So I guess we're ready for tomorrow. Finish up beans, first crop. About, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 acres, something like that, 80 acres. So I hope we get that done. They're shelling corn yet. So I'm going to relieve Jeff. He can get home and haul corn, I guess, for a while. How much you're going to do. So kind of nice working in here. Really nice. Nice and warm, and of course it ain't real cold out, but it's getting cold now. But sure, base got plenty of room, get the forklift around, everything. It really makes it nice.
Okay. All right, well, coming off the hill for the last time, we finished up, completed harvest map, about 150 bushel. Not a great field. Up on top of the hill there, it's a lot of erosion, a lot of deer damage, a lot of rabbit damage. Wildlife just, they love it. It's like a big food plot. Yeah, no, I can't say that I'm going to be missing coming out of here at night. It's 6:30 or so. Glad to have it done. Make one last trip out of here. I'm going to wait on Brian to come down behind me. Dad is just down the road in the pickup truck to kind of flag us out of here. See what the next adventure brings.
On the road. Well, I didn't have any way for you guys to see what just happened, but basically as we were going down that hill, we lost all weight on the back end of the tires, and I could not turn. The brakes and the gleaner have not really worked all that well since we got it. I don't know what it is with this combine brakes, and I couldn't stop. Pump the brakes up. I'm pumping, Dad. We ain't stopping. Anyways, we can breathe now because we made it. But it was a little hairy there. That was a wake up moment. That's for sure. Woke you right up. Now, like the head on the gleaner is just real heavy, and then going down that hill, you steer from the back. So I just lost all weight back there and could not turn.
Yeah, Brian's having a heck of a time coming down off the hill with less than 100% brakes, but I think he's made it. We have to use the Yankum rope to get him off the seat though when we get back to the shop. Yep, he's clear.
So you can't tell, but we're moving on. We're on the road. I've got my field lights still on. I know some people probably say you shouldn't do that. We're on a very small road. We haven't seen one car, and when you ain't got your field lights on, like they're just regular car headlights, they do not project very far. You can't see your surroundings, especially going through that narrow bridge back there. Yeah, I need the lights on. We're not moving far. We're going right back to the field we were in right before lunch.
Yep, just a casual scenic cruise on the back roads of Southern Ohio.
Back to combine right beside the semis. Now we don't have to wait on the cart. Now I do think we're just going to load the trucks and that's going to be it. Sounds like everybody's ready to go home. We'll be down to right around 200 acres of corn, 220. I guess I have to get a good tally. In years past, we've had a whiteboard in the office and kept track of the acres on it. Or I guess it wasn't in the office, it's in the test shack. Need to get that fired up again because we're in the home stretch now. After this weekend, hopefully, Dad got his combine back together. Hopefully we get a bunch of double crops knocked out over the weekend, and we're down to basically just this corn left. Would be great, but definitely make a dent in it.
You bring us food?
There's someone behind me. I can't tell if it's Dad in the gator or who it is. Gotta be Dad. They're following me through a field. Well, get down here to the end, we'll be full. That'll be it. I don't think it's gonna frost, but I always try to park everything facing east. That way if it does frost, the sun burns it off. So get situated here. There's my ride. Dad's picking me up.